moves on to number 9.
Okay.
Okay. So number 9 might be a harsh one, and a lot of people don't like it. But always ask for opinions and advice on things that you're building.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So we spent a lot of time throwing stuff on our on our Facebook page, Mercenary Makes, and it's quite frightening doing that. I was very especially on some of the Fallout cosplay Facebook pages as well, where we're throwing on step by step versions of what we feel our Fallout characters should look, and you dread the responses. It's quite a frightening concept, you sort of throwing your ideas out there and
for people to judge.
And it's very uncomfortable.
But we've been lucky.
We could have been torn apart.
We could have been. But I think that people appreciated what we were doing.
Yeah.
They appreciated the steps that we took, and they appreciated the story that came with the items that were created.
Yeah. I mean, don't ever take a sort of, maybe you should have tried this, or maybe it would look better if you do this, as they hate it. It's all constructive. I love constructive criticism. As long as people aren't just being idiots about it, it's quite nice to get feedback.
Yeah, it's nice to have someone else's view on what you've created.
Yeah.
I mean, we did that between the two of us, and I know that when I was creating, the shotgun and the vault suit, and I'd send you pictures, and you'd send me pictures back, and then you'd say, I don't know, maybe you should try a different colour wash on that, just to make it look a bit better, or it needs a bit more dirt there. That, to me, that's helpful. It's very helpful because, you're looking at your project.
You sort
day
of
in, day out, day in, day out.
It's sort of rose tinted glasses as well, isn't it? When you're creating your own thing.
Yeah. For me, when I'm creating something, I hate it.
Yeah.
And no matter how many things I do to it, I hate it. I absolutely detest the thing that I'm making. I hate it. And it's not until you sort of said, mate, that looks incredible, that I've sort of gone, oh, it don't look too bad.
But it goes the same way as well. That is the trouble.
Yeah.
We're sort of our own devil's advocate when it comes to things like that. But we're honest with each other as well when it comes to the pieces that we do, because we wouldn't be doing each other any justice by saying, yeah, it looks all right.
Yeah, when it looks terrible.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it never got to that point.
But you sort of go, maybe just try this. It might look a bit better. And you try it and go, no, I prefer it the first way. So that's fine.
Or have you thought about doing this? Have you thought about trying this technique?
Yeah, or I've seen this online. There's another way an easy way to achieve what you're trying to achieve. Get out a crack and see what you reckon.
Yeah. And then also, there's, you might be, let's say a rust, like a rust effect is what you're after. You're after a rust effect. So, we're going back to our Games Workshop days. They have a lot of really good paints. There's a typhoid corrosion and a RZA rust paint that you can use together to create some really nice rust effects. But then later on, I came across using iron powder and hydrogen peroxide to create real rust. And so, as you learn, you can pass that on, and you can say, well, maybe you should, instead of using the paint effect, try this. And again, don't do it on your piece. Try a tester piece first before you go and stick it on your gun that you've been painting for the last 2 months.
Yeah.
You ruin it. But there's different ways to achieve different effects. And somebody might say, oh, I don't like that sort of rust effect, but have you tried this? Or, I don't like that colour paint, but have you tried this sort of colour instead? And, it might work for you, it might not, but at least, you've got that insight that you wouldn't have if you didn't ask, or you didn't say, what do you think of this?
Yeah, definitely. We spent a long time scouring the internet for different techniques to do things, and especially, that was the sort of copper corrosion, and was something you sent over to me saying, have a look at that. I know that's the sort of thing you want to create. Give it a go. And you do, and you look at the piece and you think, I've nailed that. But then I might come across another way to do it, at any point, and go, would have been easier if I'd have done that, and it would have looked better.
But then again, that's information that you can pass on to me for the next time that I want to achieve that effect. So it's all cyclical. It all comes back to each other. I think that's important.
Opinions are good.
Opinions are good.
This is on to the last one.
Okay.
Off you go.
So this is the single most important thing about the commandments and the cosplay. Is just have fun.
If you're not having fun, there's no point doing it.
There's no point.
Why would you make yourself miserable doing something?
Why would you spend 2 months creating a shotgun from a Nerf gun if you're not enjoying it? If you're not having fun, then just try something else. If it gets to a point where you just think, I'm not enjoying this at all, just step away from it.
Yeah. Take some time out. Maybe go back to it later on.
Yeah.
If you really hate it that much, just don't do it.
Exactly. I mean, there did get to a point, I'll be honest, when I was doing the vault suit, I just thought, I really cannot stand doing this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to just put it away for a week and then come back to it and then look at it again. And there was a point where I'd looked at my list and I'm thinking, there's 52 things that I've got to get done and I've only got 2 weeks to finish it off. And I'm thinking, why am I giving myself this much stress? But then the whole time that I was going through that stress, I enjoyed every single second of it. Like, every single second of creating the story, the pieces, the planning, the research, the lists. Just enjoyed it all, man.
Well, yeah, it's really easy to get sort of so absorbed into the little tunnel vision mode of, I've got to build this now. And I think sometimes you need to step back and go, actually, from what I started off with to what I've got so far, it's pretty cool. I need to know. I want to know, not need, because there's never a need to do it.
No,
if you're going to look at it that way. No, exactly. It's all choice. But you look back and go, I'd love to finish that. I'd love it to look the way I imagined it looking, or better than I imagined it looking. If you're not enjoying it, there's, like you say, there's no point.
It's the same also when you go to a convention. Just have fun with your cosplay.
Yeah.
I mean, we got stopped so much by people asking for photos and things like that.
But I was so nervous going to Comic-Con.
Yeah, in case
you are now showcasing
terrible.
A load of pieces, and we'd only ever done sort of much smaller conventions and never cosplay. So it was sort of, how are people going to react to it? So you sort of get to a point where you've done the build and now you're dreading how people are going to judge you while you're out there, especially to loads of other Fallout fans. We went to the Fallout meet and it was,
that
you do worry that people are going to
I think that was the most nerve-wracking for me.
Yeah.
But we got so many great comments.
We got
stopped by so many nice people. And they were nothing but complimentary. I mean, even people on stalls, when we were looking, they were nice to us, and and I think it was because we were so happy and having fun that we stood out a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it will always now make me much happier showcasing whatever it is. I've got a weird one lined up ready for Birmingham Comic Con, which we've spoken about, and I'm really unsure on how that's going to be taken.
But again, you asked an opinion, and I gave you my opinion,
and it was the same opinion as I thought, but that's just us. So I wait to see how that's going to go. So we're going to keep the page updated on that one, because it's a little out there.
Yeah.
It's a little strange.
But yeah, you got to have fun. And if you're not creating something that you really want, then you're not going to have fun. If you're just creating something for the sake of creating it, if you don't want it that badly, you're not going to have fun making it.
But I would say that I very much doubt there's any cosplayer out there that doesn't enjoy doing it.
No.
At all.
Because you wouldn't do it.
You
would not put yourself through that amount of work
you wouldn't.
if you didn't enjoy it.
That amount of work, that amount of stress, the mad rush just before the end, you really wouldn't. It wouldn't happen.
No.
So you're enjoying what you're doing. And the only reason you're watching this video is because you like cosplay, because it's what we've been doing.
Yeah. And the only reason you're listening to the podcast is because you like cosplay and you're enjoying what you do.
You might hate the podcast, But, you know...
You might do, but we're having fun.
Yeah, we are having fun. So, you know, if you want the 10 Commandments to podcasting, they're very similar.
Yeah, they are similar.
They are very similar.
But you can have a podcast on in the background on your iPod or whatever, you know, MP3 player or phone or laptop, and you can have that on in the background while you're creating your awesome cosplay or your lists or you're doing your research or you know.
Don't get distracted while using anything sharp, anything.
All power tools. Yeah.
Power tools.
Always pay attention.
Yeah.
And wear goggles.
Wear goggles.
Brian's wearing goggles.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, always wear goggles.
So this has been Mercenary Makes podcast.
It has.
Of the 10 Commandments. Of what we feel creates a good cosplay.
No, not just a good cosplay. What creates our cosplay? Because all cosplays are good.
Yes.
All cosplay is good.
They are. As long as you're happy with what you've done and you're out there doing what you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think so.
Definitely.
So yeah, so don't forget to head on over to our Facebook page. The links will be in the description below. And also, don't forget to go on to Podbean and download the podcast. And also like and subscribe to this channel and share our videos around. And yeah, that's about it.
Fantastic.
That's it from Mercenary Makes. Thank you very much. See you later.